video. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm doing a sit down video and I'm going to be showing you guys 24 books that I want to read in 2024. A lot of these books I've had for a couple years now and I haven't got around to them because I'm a mood reader. So I think this year I just can't be a mood reader because I want to read all the books that are on my to be read list and that I have like actually physically in my room. So I'm going to show you the 24 books that I have today that I really want to read in 2024. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first 3 books I'm going to show you, it's part of a series and I did read the first book and half of the second book, but I just want to binge all 3 books like straight through because I think that's going to be like the most effective, especially for me. And it is the Inheritance Game series. So I read the first book. You can see there's a bookmark in the second book because I read the first book and I loved it, and I didn't have the second book at the time, so I read another book, and with that break in between I just lost all motivation to finish it. So since I have the full series, and there is one that just came out and there's another one that's coming out in 2024, so I really want to catch up and finish the whole series as one cohesive group. So I definitely want to read this book set in 2024. The next book is also part of a series and I bought it in January of 2023 and I don't know why I didn't pick it up at all or have the desire to read it after I bought it. I'll just show you. So it's After by Anna Todd, and as everyone knows, this is part of a Wattpad series and they also have the movies on Netflix, and I'm very intrigued by this book. Like I really want to read it. I just don't know if I'm intimidated by the page number, and the text is pretty big, so I'm not sure why I didn't pick it up, but I definitely want to read this in 2024. For these next couple books, please don't come after me. I know they've been on my shelf for a couple of years now and people have been hyping them up for over 2-3 years, and I know I really want to read them. Okay, let's cook it. Okay. There we go. So the first book I have is Archer's Voice, and yes, I really want to read this. It's about a guy named Archer and he doesn't communicate like everyone else does, and I think he uses sign language, which is one of my minors, and I really think that's so amazing to put into a book, and I heard everyone loved this book, so I definitely want to read this book next year. Another book that I want to read next year that I haven't gotten to was, yeah, I don't think I even need to say the title, but The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Haven't read it yet. It's been sitting on my shelf since it got really blown up on the internet, and as much as I really want to read it, I think I want to read it with the audiobook, so I'm waiting to like find a time to purchase a subscription and read it with the audiobook because I heard it's really good with the audiobook. Another Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I also want to read on audiobook that I haven't read yet is, I know, Daisy Jones and the Six. I know the show came out and I heard how good this book is. I definitely want to read it, but I definitely want to read it with the audiobook. The next book that I want to read that has been really popular is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, and I know they made this into a movie, and it seems like a quick read. I just don't know why I've been waiting so long to read this book. Another series that I really want to get into in 2024 is the Shatter Me series. I got this book a couple months ago and I heard it's a very quick read and very engaging, and then you'll just fly by with the rest of the series. So I want to find a time that I have to read the whole series or just like parts of it so I'm not like stuck in the middle of it. But I've heard so many great things about this book and I definitely want to start it up in 2024. Another book I want to read is Culty by Mariana Zapata. I've always been intimidated by her books because they are quite large and the print is very small. But this is Culty and it's about a soccer romance, so I definitely want to read this really soon. I've heard so many great things about it and I just want to read one of her books because I heard her writing is so amazing. The next book I want to read is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, and I have this special edition cover in purple, and I love the cover and it seems really interesting, and there's so much to the story that I just want to pick it up so quickly and read it. I just don't know why I've been putting it off. I don't know. I guess I'm like having too high of hopes for it, but I think I should just go in blind and read it. Next book I purchased really recently, but I've heard so many great things about it, and it's Before We Were Strangers, and it's a second chance romance, and it takes place in New York. Like, I just need to read this so soon. I love stories that take place in New York, so having this one on my shelf just sitting there, it needs to be read super duper soon. This next book I had for a couple years now, and I definitely have to read it. I have no other words, and it's called A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I'm not gonna say anything more. I need to read this book soon, and it's such a quick read. I don't know why I'm putting it off. The next book is also a recent purchase, and it's The Naturals. It is Jennifer Lynn Barnes' series that she made new covers for. Everyone has been obsessing over this series, so I definitely have to start it. It's like a mystery type series, and I definitely want to read this. A book that I want to read next year that will also make me cry is If He Had Been With Me. I've had this book for probably 6 months and it's been sitting on my shelf. I need to read it. The words are so big. Like, I just need to pick this up and cry. Like, I heard so many great things and it will make you really sad, so definitely have to pick this up and read it. The next book that I really want to read is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. I'm not gonna say anything more. I've heard so many great things about this book. That's why I picked it up and purchased it. And the text is also ginormous. Like, why am I not picking this up? I guess just how big it is and how thick the pages are, but that shouldn't be an excuse. Have to read it. This next book I purchased over the summer, and I really wanted to read it, but I never got around to it. It is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and I've heard wonderful things about this series, and now I think there's 3 or 4 books total in this series. I think the third one just came out, but I have to read this. I heard it's a great mystery. I have to pick this book up at least around the spooky season in 2024. First series that I want to read, I'm not going to say anything more, but those selection series, I have all 5 books and I got them for Christmas, and I got this 2 years ago. I just haven't picked them up because I don't know. I think I've just been wanting to read other books, and this just has to be on my list this year, so add it to the list. The last series that I want to finish, I did read the first 2 books, but I definitely want to finish the last 2 and start the next series with this collection. It is the Twisted series by Anna Wong, and I did read Twisted Love and Twisted Games, and I was obsessed with them. Like, I don't know why I didn't keep going. I think Twisted Lies wasn't out yet, so I just stopped, but I definitely need to get through Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies really soon, and it's definitely on my radar for 2024. So those are the 24 books that I want to read in 2024, so I'm going to wrap up today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace!